Afternoon, welcome back to the absolutely stunning Charente here in the southwest of France. I've just brought outside the power station that I bought from Amazon a couple of weeks ago. I've been test driving it, if you like, for the last week or so, and I'm quite impressed with it, so I thought I'd quickly show you it. This video is not sponsored. I bought it with my own money, so I'm not going to be going too in detail with it. It's not going to be an advert for it, but I thought I'd show you it because I'm kind of going to recommend it. So this little box has been pretty much powering my living room for the past week. I say powering, if it had a solar panel plugged into it, it definitely would, but a solar panel plugs into the side there. Talk about that in a second. But I've had my computer and my monitor plugged into it and a pair of speakers, and it operates all day. If I start the day with it fully charged, I can plug my computer in, monitor, speakers, and even one of the lamps, or both of the lamps if I like, and it will run everything all day long without needing to be plugged into the mains. So it actually comes up on the display, you've got 12 hours left. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. So that little gadget I can put in the car, take it wherever, and I have power with me wherever I need it. So that one is an 800 watt unit, which means it can power something up to 800 watts, maybe a microwave, I'm guessing. My computer, nowhere near 800 watts, probably around, I don't know, 70 or 80. So it does it easily, and that's got 512 watt hour capacity. So if you plugged a 100 watt gadget into it, it'd run it for just over 5 hours, which is pretty good. That's what it says in the manual. But as I say, I'm not going to go into it in too much detail, other than to say I think it's fantastic. So that little gadget will accept a 200 watt solar panel plugged straight into it. Solar panel on the roof, on the wall, wherever. Cable from the solar panel straight into the side, and that will keep it charged all the time. So the idea behind that was I was getting mini power cuts, and sometimes actually they were quite long, but generally I get a mini power cut for like 1 or 2 seconds, just long enough to interfere with the computer. The computer would go off and it would hate it, and then it would come back on and reset, and that's really not good for a computer. Plus, if I did get a longer power cut, which I've had a few over the last month or so, I'm kind of sitting in the dark, and now we're in winter, it's December, it's dark inside the house around 5 o'clock. There's not much light coming in through my back door after 5 o'clock. So from 5 o'clock till when I go to bed, maybe 10 or 11 at night, I'll be sitting in the dark, or sitting with candles. So it gave me the opportunity to have my computer powered all the time, and some lamps. And now I've got a gas heater, which I'll talk about in a second, a gas heater. It left me in a situation where I could stay warm and kind of entertained should there be a power cut. And it's kind of working out fantastic. And as I say, I bought that with my own money, and it was just under 250 euros with the discounts that I got, various discounts that Amazon give you. You get them as well. So that will take a 200 watt solar panel, which is my next purchase, I think. I was going to talk about that quickly. I can get a 200 watt solar panel for around 100 euros. And that would leave my living room pretty much off grid with my gas heater and my little gadget there. I could kind of be off grid during the day. So I'm in a situation where I'm playing with the ideas of solar panels, and there are plug and play kits. You can get a 500 watt plug and play kit and a 1000 watt plug and play kit, which are a little bit trickier to wire in. But the 500 watt plug and play kit, you basically just set up the solar panel, plug it into the wall, and there's 500 watts of free power. Well, that's got to be a really good idea. Even though it's freezing cold outside, the sun is shining and my washing will dry. But I've got plenty of wall space for a solar panel. Definitely a 200 watt solar panel, which I think I'm going to order soon, and maybe even a 500 watt solar panel. So yeah, have you seen these plug and play kits? Are you using one? Yeah, I'd love to know any details about them. Stick some info in the comments if you've got any decent ideas. I would actually, at some point, like some kind of solar array and be completely off grid. I don't think I'll ever get there, but maybe I will. But I do have ideas to build like a pergola that I've already got, but one for solar panels. And I'm going to make a video about ideas that I've got for the house and projects for the next year. You shouldn't really make that kind of video because it kind of holds you to ransom. You said you was going to do this. But anyway, I've got an idea to build another pergola, gazebo, whatever, and maybe put solar panels on the top of that. But again, I'll talk about that in another video. Going to have a little wander down the nature reserve. I took some apples down the other day. I did actually check the memory card the other day and there was nothing on it, so nothing had been around. But I did put some apples down, and we'll go down, see if they're still there. If they're not, maybe it'd be worth checking the memory card again. It is absolutely freezing out here. Currently 2 degrees, and well, the weather this week is looking pretty chilly, and the overnight temperatures forecast by Thursday to get down to -6. Now I'm pretty sure -6 is the coldest night I would have experienced here in France, although I have been told it's been down to -15 before. Hopefully it won't get that cold this winter. Not really sure. My old stone house is cut out for -15. There is something going on over that way. I can hear maybe a helicopter or something, and the sky looks very, very cloudy, like something's on fire. Anyway, luckily I've got a camera. So yesterday I changed the gas bottle on my heater. Nothing too amazing about that. But I had actually made a note of the last time that I changed that gas bottle. So yesterday was the 27th, and the time before I changed it was the 5th. So that's 22 days that gas bottle lasted. And the time before that was the 17th of November. 22 days before that. So that gas bottle in that heater in that living room lasts for 22 days, and that cost me, I think it was either 41.60 or 41.95. So if we rounded that up and said it was 44, make it easier to do the maths, if that was 44 euros and it lasts 22 days, that's €2 a day to keep my living room warm. So yeah, slightly less, obviously not 44 euros, but 41.90 or whatever. So I think that's pretty good, less than €2 a day. And that heater is on from, I don't know, when I get out of bed in the morning, it's on for about 13 hours. Not continuously. Once the room is up to 18 degrees, I turn it off or just leave it on the pilot light. So I think that's pretty good. €2 a day to stay warm. I'd love to know, do you pay attention to how much you're spending on heat? Because heat is a big deal, isn't it? And the bills are expensive. So I have been taking all sorts of information from my electric bills over the last 3 years, and I'm not going to talk about it now, but because I'm going to talk about it when I talk about solar panels, etc. So I do know how much I spend on electricity, and every year that I've been in the house so far, I've used electricity to heat my living room. So this year, no electricity used whatsoever. So we'll have to see how my electric bills fare. My lens is so dirty. I do apologise. Having a few issues with my camera. You may have noticed sometimes it goes out of focus, and yeah, I've got a feeling I might need to replace it, which is not good because I've got other things to be buying. It is an absolutely beautiful day, but I don't know if you've got to see on the camera, but in the distance it looks very smoky. I wonder if there's a fire over there, or maybe it's just clouds. But yesterday was absolutely stunning. yesterday, I could actually sit outside in the garden at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon next to the house. I think it was about 3 or 4 degrees outside, but next to the house, I actually put a temperature gauge on my chair and it was absolutely roasting. So that south-facing area outside the house is just absolutely lovely. Yeah, and I'm making the most of it, getting some washing dry because pretty cold. It's going to be like 2 degrees, 3 degrees during the day for the next week or two. It's going to be pretty miserable. Let's see if there's any apples. So the apples that I bought down the other day are still there. So there's not much coming down here, although there is signs of a bird on the post there. But yeah, nothing big's been down, nothing badger-like. I do like to come down here on a Sunday, even though I can hear traffic today because the wind's coming from the north. And about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile in that direction is a road, a main road that goes from the middle of France to down to Spain and Portugal. So yeah, it is reasonably busy, even though it's Christmas time. It is yeah, people are still driving their trucks around. So yeah, what else? Just quickly, thank you to all my amazing Ko-fi.com supporters. You guys and girls are amazing. I've got a feeling you're going to be very, very important in my life next year. So yeah, please check out my Ko-fi.com page. The link is in the description. If you want to help me out, that would be really, really good. I've just ordered, and it should arrive tomorrow, a new SIM card. I'm not going to talk about it too much now, but I've been having all sorts of internet problems and mobile phone issues over the last couple of months. And yeah, doing a little bit of digging, and I've kind of decided it might be worth trying another mobile phone company or another phone contract. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll give you a I'll give you an update on that because I need to save some money. I need to save some money. Everything I'm doing is all about saving money, isn't it? So yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. Anyway, I'll leave it there. It's good to come down on a Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, stay warm this week. It's going to be absolutely freezing. -6. See you later.